Welcome back to Stockholm Rides. I'm Ava. Today we're taking a real-world look at the KOVE 800X rally, and I'm going to be honest about the problems I found after actually riding it. On paper, the 800X rally looks incredible. Big power, long travel suspension, rally ergonomics, and a price that undercuts the big brands. But once you get past the spec sheet and start riding it properly, a few things show up that you should know before buying. Let's break down the real-world issues and what they mean for your riding. Let's start with the big one, weight. The 800X Rally is lighter than most middleweights, but it's still a middleweight. In tight terrain, rocky climbs, or slow technical sections, you feel every kilo. It's stable, but it's not flickable like the 450 Rally. If you're used to lightweight bikes, the 800X can feel demanding when the trail gets tricky. Once you're moving, the weight disappears, but in slow, awkward moments, it's something to respect. The UN suspension is impressive. It's rally-grade hardware. But out of the box, the factory settings are not perfect. The front can feel a bit soft under heavy braking, and the rear needs proper adjustment if you're carrying luggage or riding aggressively. The good news? With a proper setup, the bike transforms. But you should expect to spend time dialing it in. This isn't a bike you just ride straight from the showroom. Heat management is another thing you'll notice. In slow traffic or tight off-road sections, the right side of the bike gets warm. Not dangerously hot, but warm enough to be noticeable on long days. It's a common issue with mid-weight twins, but it's worth mentioning if you ride a lot of slow technical terrain. The electronics are functional: traction control, ABS modes, riding modes, but the user interface still feels a bit basic. The TFT is bright and readable, but the menu structure isn't as polished as the big brands. Nothing is broken, but it's not as refined as KTM, Yamaha, or Honda. A software update could fix most of this, and I hope KOVE continues improving the UI. Wind protection is decent, but not perfect. Riders around 175 to 190 centimeters will notice some buffeting at highway speeds. The screen is adjustable, but the airflow isn't as clean as it could be. A taller aftermarket screen or a clip-on deflector helps a lot. This depends heavily on where you live. KOVE is expanding fast, but the dealer network and parts availability are still growing. Some riders get parts quickly, others wait longer. It's improving every year, but it's something to consider if you're planning long trips or remote riding. There are small things too: cable routing that could be cleaner, plastics that flex a bit more than premium brands, and bolts that benefit from a once-over after the first few rides. Nothing major, but worth mentioning if you're expecting premium refinement. Now, here's the important part. Even with these issues, the 800X Rally fits my riding style better than the 450 Rally. I ride a mix of road and off-road, I travel long distances, and I want a bike that can do everything, not just rally stages. The 800X Rally gives me that balance: real off-road capability, but also comfort, stability, and power for long days. But that's my style. Your choice should always come down to how you intend to ride. Think about your terrain, your confidence, and the kind of adventures you want to have, and pick the bike that matches that. Thanks for watching this real-world breakdown of the KOVE 800X Rally here on Stockholm Rides. If you enjoyed it, hit subscribe. It really helps the channel grow. Stay sharp, stay safe, and I'll see you out there.